podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. I love sharing the story because, one, I believe it to be 100% true. And it just makes me feel good when I hear people really telling the truth of who Donald Trump really is, including the fact that his wife can't stand him. Now, some people may already get that feeling just based on the way that he looks, the way that he sounds, and you look at her and you think, clearly a woman like this is only with him because of the life and the lifestyle he was able to afford to her. Because it's very ironic that someone who continuously sits here to bash immigrants and talk about how these people are flooding our country and they are poisoning the blood of our nation and all of these different things like that, but yet 2 out of 3 of his wives, ex and current, have been immigrants. So let's just get into this story. Anthony Scaramucci, he was in the Trump administration for, I don't even think it was a full week. But at any rate, he has been speaking out a lot since that time, and it's been several years. Some people may feel like, oh, he's just a disgruntled former employee. But honestly, when you look at the track record of the people who used to be in the Trump administration, who are no longer there, including his former vice president, who has said that he will not be voting for Donald Trump, did not show up at the RNC. Like, there's a lot of people that used to be in the Trump administration who have been speaking out against him. So I wouldn't even say that anyone who used to be in his administration that is speaking out now is just a scorned person. I believe these are people that are just 100% now feeling free to tell the truth, either now or then, meaning some time ago when they started speaking out. So he's saying that Melania Trump wants Kamala to win the 2024 presidential election and that she hates her husband.
Joined by Anthony Scaramucci, host of the Rest is Politics U.S. podcast. Check it out. Hey, Anthony, last time we talked, Donald Trump was spiraling with Vice President Kamala Harris's surge. She gave that interview last night with Dana Bash on CNN. The last video you and I did over, 1.5 million views or something close to that. I got to get your take now. We haven't spoken in about 2 weeks. Where are we right now?
Well, we're good for Vice President Harris, for sure. She's got momentum. I'm going to talk very candidly, as I always do. She looked a little tired last night. I was not in love with her lighting. If her friends in the campaign look at the shot and you're a TV person, I didn't love the shot, okay, because she wasn't lit properly. She was lit beautifully at the DNC. Her messaging at the DNC was beautiful. She gave a great interview content-wise last night. If you look at the transcript, it's a great interview, but I was not in love with the shot, and I was not in love with the fact that she did not have an uplight, which makes your face look less tired than it actually is, and she is working her you-know-what off right now, so it's understandable that she would be tired, but I know the imagery works in this country, Ben, so that's my thing, but she's doing very well, and I just want to add one thing quickly. I co-host that podcast with the legendary and very talented Caddy K. So thanks for mentioning it. But the vice president can win. She's just got to tighten a few things up, in my opinion.
All right, guys. So that's a little snippet from the Midas Touch. He did an interview with Anthony Scaramucci, and they were talking about the interview that Kamala did on CNN with the host Dana Bash.
Nobody wants this guy to win more than me. Maybe Melania. I mean, she hates him, but she probably is tired of all this nonsense. But nobody wants him to win more than me. So I'm giving you constructive stuff. What I don't want to do on your podcast or my own podcast is provide fluff. I want her pitch perfect at that debate. I want her imagery to look like it did at the Democratic National Convention. She's got the substance, she's got the chops, and she did a great job last night content-wise. But go ahead.
You were saying no one wants her to win more than you.
Nobody wants her to win more than me. Maybe Melania Trump. That could be the only person I think of, because she hates him. Like I judge the hatred of Donald Trump by the Melania standard. Like Ben hates Trump, but slightly less than Melania. My wife hates Trump as much as Melania. I've met one person that actually hates Trump more than Melania. That's General Milley. He's the only guy I've met so far that actually hates him more than Melania. You know what I mean? I always judge the hatred of Trump by the Melania standard.
Well, Trump called for the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Milley, to be killed.
Yes,
he called for him to be
He's the despicable guy for doing that, and it's also caused a threat to General Milley and his family. And the fact that we're even talking about an enemies list in a country like ours, which is the longest standing Republican representative democracy, 250 years, it's just a disgusting thing that we're actually had this guy. But I blame the Republicans. I blame the cowardly Republicans that allowed him to facilitate the takeover of their party. And now we have to put up with this nonsense.
What he said is 100% spot on. I've been saying this for some time. Donald Trump is despicable. He's disgusting. He doesn't deserve to be on anyone's list of candidates to be anything. Not even the supervisor of a garbage company. Like, he doesn't deserve to be elected to anything. He is trash. And I just really wish that he would have been discarded some time ago. But like Scaramucci said, I blame the Republicans who have allowed him to rise to the level of here we are dealing with him for a third presidential election. It's absolutely insane and absurd. So I have no doubt that Melania hates him, can't stand him, really prays that the next morning she wakes up and he will have drifted on off to eternity, wherever he spends eternity. I'm quite sure she doesn't want to deal with him anymore. You could see it. You could see it. You could sniff it out. You just sense it. You know this. You saw where she does not want to interact with him. We see the videos of her snatching her hand away from him. We see her not wanting to kiss him when he's trying to lean in for a smooch when they're doing the public things. We saw the clip when a news reporter asked her if she would be campaigning with him. And she said, "Stay tuned." And you know what that stay tuned meant? That meant, keep looking for me and see if you find me on the campaign trail with this fool, because you're not going to catch me anywhere near him. All right? So I love when people speak up like this because it needs to be said more and more. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. I would really love to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful. And now I'm going to say bye.